And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 Salut tout le monde, bienvenue sur ma chaîne. Un autre épisode de Réveille-toi tabarnak. Réveille-toi tabarnak. Réveille-toi tabarnak. Épisode 5. C'est compilation de vidéos, que ce soit pour de l'amélioration personnelle ou pour faire réveiller du monde sur certaines choses. Avant de commencer, je veux juste remercier le monde qui écoute les vidéos, surtout du début à la fin. Écoute, moi, ça me stresse pas, là, ça, les views. J'ai déjà eu 0 views, comme je n'ai déjà eu 40 000 sur TikTok, ou j'ai déjà eu 5-6 000 views sur YouTube. Là, ça me dérange pas. Ma dernière compilation, il y a eu 13 views seulement. Fait que merci à ceux qui écoutent. Merci. Je tiens à vous remercier. Ça me stresse pas à m'emmener. Il y en a un qui va popper et qui va faire réveiller du monde. C'est pour ça que je continue de les faire pareil. Fait qu'un gros remerciement à tous les abonnés. Puis à ceux qui écoutent du début à la fin, parce que c'est très important. Souvent, je garde la crème pour la fin en plus. Fait qu'aujourd'hui, plusieurs sujets. On va parler de la Lune, bien sûr. Je vais vous starter ça avec une toune Backward de Jay-Z. T'écoutes la chanson à l'envers pour savoir les messages satanistes qu'ils disent là-dedans. Tu sais, vous avez déjà entendu parler aussi, si t'écoutes les tunes à l'envers de Led Zeppelin ou des Beatles, puis qu'il y a des messages subliminaux là-dedans. Mais je vais vous en faire entendre une de Jay-Z que j'avais jamais entendue. Même si je sais que Jay-Z, il est sataniste puis il est dans les Illuminati. Fait que c'est ça, guys. Fait que merci d'être là. Je vais vous partir ça. Une grosse compilation aujourd'hui. Ça va quand même être un long vidéo. Je sais pas exactement avant de le faire combien de temps que la vidéo dure, parce que dans le fond, je passe ça live. Je pars l'enregistrement, puis je vous montre les vidéos un après l'autre. Puis après, je fais un petit peu de montage, mettre ça plus clean. Des fois, je rajoute des affaires entre ça. Aussi, juste faire une petite vidéo comme ça, là, d'environ 20, 30, 35 minutes, ça me prend environ de 3 à 4 heures. C'est beaucoup de travail. Fait qu'encore, à tout le monde, je vous remercie. On vous passe ça.
Holy war, I wet y'all all with the holy water. Spray from the hexalol and catch automatic on a static. Shall cease to exist like a sabbatical. When I throw a couple at you, take 6. The more you talk, the more you irking us. The more you gon' need memorial services. The Black Album, second verse is like devil's pie. Say some dessert for us.
Has a very disturbing message in this song.
Puis dites-vous que moi, dans le temps, j'écoutais ça du Jay-Z. J'ai cet album-là, à quelque part, le Black Album. Mec, je la retrouve, je vais juste l'acheter. Puis écoutez bien qu'est-ce que ça dit, la chanson à l'envers.
I'm gonna let y'all hear it. Can I let y'all hear it? Y'all listen.
6, 6, 6. Murder, murder, Jesus. 6, 6, 6.
Six, 6, 6, murder, murder, Jesus. Hein? Imaginez ça. C'est capoté. Fait que c'est pas le sujet d'aujourd'hui, mais je voulais partir avec ça. Et restez, gang, jusqu'à la fin. Je vous dis souvent, je garde le meilleur jusqu'à la fin.
Supreme Court of the United States. I printed it off. I'll even give you the link. As a matter of fact, let me give you the link right now. / www.supremecourt.gov/opinions /12 PDF /12-398 space _ 1B7D PDF. Let me read this to you in case you don't understand what the hell's going on with this stupid ass shot. In the U.S., the Supreme Court has ruled that vaccinated people worldwide are products, patented goods, according to U.S. law, no longer human. Through a modified DNA or RNA vaccination, the mRNA vaccination, the person ceases to be human and becomes the owner of the holder of the modified gen vaccination patent because they have their own genome and are no longer human without natural people in parentheses, but transhuman. So a category that does not exist in human rights. Did you hear that? A category that does not exist in human rights. The quality of a natural person and all related rights are lost. No rights, freedoms, and liberties. No religious exemptions, nothing, because you've been turned into a person, not a man or a woman. You think I've been joking? I've been telling you guys to wake the hell up. You haven't been waking up. Now it's kicking you in your teeth. This is why I put on these seminars, so you can understand exactly what you need to do to forcefully take back your rights, freedoms, and liberties. Now listen to this. This applies worldwide, and patents are subject to U.S. law since 2013. All people vaccinated with GM-modified mRNAs are legally transhuman and legally identified as transhuman and do not enjoy any human or other rights of a state. State meaning any government, any state, even here in the United States. And this applies worldwide because GenPoint technology patents are under U.S.
Ceux qui ont eu leur ADN modifié sont plus considérés comme des humains, pour ceux qui comprennent de quoi que je parle.
Pas de caméra interne pendant l'ascension, juste des coupures pour faire place aux images de synthèse. Ils sont prudents pour pas faire les mêmes erreurs qu'avec Apollo 11. Après tout, si c'était faux, pourquoi ça deviendrait vrai?
We're going to the moon.
La NASA, c'est une télé-réalité, avec des acteurs présentés comme des cartes Pokémon. On sait tous que les images de 69 ont été faites en studio, avec un ralenti x2. Et si on met en vitesse normale, on peut visualiser les harnais. Et regardez la simplicité du décollage depuis la Lune pour le retour sur Terre. Il était plus propre que la vidéo d'aujourd'hui. Et celui qui filmait est resté là-bas. C'est peut-être Buzz Aldrin d'ailleurs, un astronaute, acteur et franc-maçon, qui nous répète ne jamais avoir été nulle part.
We did go there.
Et il porte même une bague maçonnique sur cette photo culte. Et ici aussi. Parce qu'on a affaire à un théâtre occulte. La fusée fait 322 pieds de hauteur. En Gematria Prime, Artemis 2 égale 322. Le fameux nombre de la société secrète Skull and Bones. Parce que la conquête de l'espace est une conquête de l'esprit. Répétée depuis ton enfance pour t'éloigner de la réalité et t'enfermer dans leur prison digitale.
J'en ai plusieurs vidéos là-dessus. Là. Vu qu'ils nous font croire qu'ils vont sur la Lune en ce moment, ça va être le sujet principal aujourd'hui, mais il y a plein d'autres sujets.
It is the highest high.
We're going to the moon.
Set my P1000, but I don't. Anyway, there is the fireball in the sky. The show must go on. Never has there ever been a human on any of those rockets. To think so is kind of crazy. Anyway, there it goes up. Now it is starting to go over. And as it just moves outside, you'll see it start going down. Up, over, and down. Splash. It's a nice show. Been like a circus down here for the last hour or so. Look at the trajectory. Same as a ballistic missile. Up, over, and down splash. Going nowhere since 1959. Beautiful day for the show. The science fiction show must go on. The sad thing is you got thousands of people out here all up and down the coast watching this. And after this launch is done, they're all going to disappear and go home. And then we're going to have a full moon rise out here. Everybody shows up to watch the fake. And they're going to miss the beauty of the real shortly after the full moon rise from April 1st, 2026.
Vous l'avez vu tout le monde? La curve que la fusée apprend. Fait que c'est pas pour rien, c'est stratégique de où ce qu'il l'envoie, puis comme ça peut retomber direct dans l'océan. Lui, il dit envoie ça dans le triangle des Bermudes direct.
The movies I made in the past, it's a confession of sorts. It's about a movie I made that nobody is aware of, even though they've seen it. I perpetrated a huge fraud, which I am now about to detail.
Okay.
Involving the United States government and NASA.
All right.
And I'm sure you've heard the rumors that the moon landing was fake. The moon landings all were fake. And I was the person who filmed it. The conspiracy theorists were right on this occasion.
Why?
I don't know about Paul McCartney's death, but they were right about it.
Okay. Why in God's name? I don't know what to ask you first. Why the hell, if you're telling the truth, why would you do it? Why are you telling me? I mean, what?
Do you think it's important for people to know the truth? A massive fraud, an unparalleled fraud perpetrated against them. They should know. They're already suspicious of the government. They may as well have their suspicions confirmed and justified.
Producteur de films célèbre qui dit que c'est lui qui a tourné l'homme sur la Lune pour la première fois qu'ils sont allés.
Les francs-maçons comme astronautes.
Enfin, il convient également de constater que pas moins de 10 astronautes de renommée mondiale étaient des francs-maçons de haut niveau et des frères de loge.
Buzz Aldrin, franc-maçon du 32e grade.
Avant son vol sur la Lune, Aldrin était déjà devenu franc-maçon, comme de nombreux astronautes américains avant lui, à la Montclair Lodge numéro 144 dans le New Jersey. Plus tard, il s'est affilié à la Clear Lake Lodge numéro 1417 à Seabrook, Texas.
Concord Lodge numéro 688. Canaveral Lodge numéro 339. Mitchell Lodge numéro 228. Membre de la Carbondale Lodge numéro 82. Luthor B. Turner Lodge numéro 732. T. John Lodge numéro 104. Artesia Lodge numéro 28. Western Star Lodge numéro 138. Lawrence Lodge numéro 708.
Sur la base de ce qui a déjà été dit et démontré, le thème de l'alunissage a-t-il réellement eu lieu et l'explosion de la navette spatiale Challenger 23 revêt une toute nouvelle acuité. Car au moins 6 des 7 membres de l'équipage de Challenger sont encore en vie, selon le documentaire de CLA TV « Est-ce que la NASA nous tromperait ?» 4 d'entre eux sous le même nom.
Fait que là, guys, si vous ne catchez pas, ça, à ce point-là, ils font exprès. Je vous le dis, ils font complètement exprès pour nous montrer qu'ils nous crossent parce qu'ils n'ont pas le choix. C'est comme ça. Fait qu'on change de sujet. On lâche la Lune, là. Puis on va y aller plus dans d'autres choses comme le développement personnel. Puis à la fin, 2 sujets très importants par rapport au Wi-Fi puis par rapport au compteur intelligent d'hydro. Je vais les garder pour la fin, là.
So y'all ask, signs of high vibrational people. Number 1, people stare at you. Kids like you. Animals feel safe around you. Strangers tell you their life stories. You instill fear in your enemies. Y'all like that one. When you walk in the room, the energy shifts immediately. You irritate toxic people by being authentic. People envy you, and you don't know why. Those are signs of high vibrational people. Now you know. Now you know. Don't dim your light.
Ouais, je suis d'accord avec tout ce qu'il dit, à part le monde, il t'envie. Parce que la plupart du monde qui n'a pas des hautes vibrations, ils t'envient pas pantoute. Parce qu'ils sont bien dans comment ils sont.
This is how you can manifest anyone or anything that you want in your life without overcomplicating it. And please ignore my drawings. We are three-dimensional beings living in a five-dimensional world with three-dimensional desires which have their own vibrational frequencies in the five-dimensional world. If this is our electromagnetic field of attraction, it is only created because of our emotional baseline. And our emotional baseline is dictated depending on our confidence to attract these three-dimensional desires. So let's say this is our emotional baseline for the moment, which means the kind of lifestyle that this person will be living will be in accordance with level 1 versions of these specific desires. Let's call this a relationship, let's call this a job, and let's call this a house. So if he wants to up-level his life, 99% of people like him will focus on these material desires, and in the process of that, they will acknowledge their limitations, their weaknesses, and they will start to think, well, I've never had this in my life, so how can I get this? And that's why their vibrational frequency reduces and even this goes away. But instead of focusing on the material factors, if he chooses to elevate his vibrational frequencies by first working on his identity, his confidence to attract these specific desires will increase, which will then improve his electromagnetic field of attraction and allow the level 2 desire come into his life. And when he's confident with this, he can then further work on his identity to increase his electromagnetic field of attraction to another level for the level 3 desires to come into his life. Now people will feel like, well, then do I never have to focus on this? And the truth is, you never have to. But because our logical brain has been used to being overworked in school, colleges, universities, interviews, we have all been falling under the propaganda that without using logic, we can never get over here. But what if I told you all you had to ever maintain was your vibrational frequencies, and these desires can find you very easily no matter what your limitations are? Because if you don't give your attention to your limitations and only focus on the vibrational frequencies, these desires have to find you. And you
10 skills that are quietly disappearing. The last one might surprise you. 10. Reading physical maps. Before GPS, people actually knew how to navigate. They understood scale, distance, direction, and landmarks. Now,
Cette vidéo-là, il est important quand même, hein? Ça montre qu'aujourd'hui, le monde n'utilise plus le cerveau.
most people can't read a paper map without rotating it 3 times. If your phone dies, so does your sense of direction. An entire generation is growing up never learning how to navigate without a screen telling them where to turn. Number 9. Memorizing phone numbers. There was a time when people memorized dozens of phone numbers. Family, friends, work, emergency contacts. Today, most people barely know their own number.
Moi, j'utilise pas de GPS, ok? Je connais mes chemins, puis je connais les numéros de téléphone de tout le monde que je connais par cœur. J'ai pas de cellulaire non plus. J'en ai un, mais qui a pas de ligne dessus, là, mais je me suis tout le temps habitué à connaître mes numéros de téléphone par cœur. C'est toutes des affaires qu'on est en train de perdre.
Smartphones store everything, which means our memory for basic information is slowly weakening. We outsource recall to devices, and we're forgetting how powerful our memory can be. Number 8. Handwriting cursive. Writing is no longer taught in many schools. Typing has replaced pen and paper. Some students struggle to even read cursive. Handwriting used to be a personal signature. Literally. Now digital text is replacing a skill humans used for thousands of years. Number 7. Repairing things. There was a time when people fixed broken items instead of replacing them. Shoes were repaired. Radios were opened. Cars were understood. Now most products are sealed, glued shut, or designed to be replaced. The throwaway culture is slowly erasing hands-on repair skills. Number 6. Patience for long reading books. Used to demand attention for hours. Now 30 seconds feels long. Social media, short videos, and constant notifications are training our brains to expect instant stimulation. Deep focus is becoming rare, and with it, the ability to process complex information slowly and carefully. Number 5. Face-to-face conversation. More people communicate through text than in person. Eye contact, body language, tone control. All of these are skills that improve with practice, but fewer real conversations mean fewer chances to develop them. Social confidence is quietly declining in many younger generations. Before we get into the top 3, make sure to hit that follow button to support the channel. Number 4. Critical thinking. With search engines and AI providing instant answers, fewer people question the source. We scroll, we react, we share, but the ability to pause, analyze, and challenge information is becoming less common. Access to information has increased, but deep evaluation of it is fading. Number 3. Basic survival.
Ouais, un autre point avant le numéro 3. Moi, c'est bien rare que si le monde me pose une question, j'ai besoin d'aller chercher sur Google. Hein. J'ai toutes les réponses dans ma tête. C'est sûr que j'ai pas la connaissance infinie. Hein. Des fois, je peux pas savoir. Dans ce temps-là, je réponds juste pas. Hein, si je sais pas de quoi que je parle. La plupart du temps, je sais de quoi que je parle. J'ai pas besoin de checker sur Google.
Survival skills, building a fire, growing food, first aid without Googling it. For most of human history, survival skills were normal knowledge. Today, many people wouldn't know what to do in a prolonged emergency without electricity or internet. We rely heavily on systems we barely understand. Number 2, mental math. Before calculators were everywhere, people could quickly estimate totals, percentages, and change in their heads. Now even simple math often requires a phone. Mental math strengthens cognitive processing, but it's being replaced by apps. And the more we depend on tools, the less we train our own brains. Number 1, being alone without stimulation, silence. No music, no scrolling, no notifications, just your thoughts. For many people, that's uncomfortable. Constant stimulation has made quiet reflection feel unnatural. But being alone with your thoughts builds creativity, emotional regulation, and self-awareness. And that skill, it's disappearing faster than we realize.
Je trouvais ça important de vous le mettre, cette vidéo-là, parce que moi, je relate à tous les 10 points qu'il a nommés. Puis pourtant, je suis quand même jeune, là, j'ai 35 ans. Mais je relate à toutes ces affaires-là. Juste réparer quelque chose, là, moi, je jette rien. Je le répare. C'est sûr qu'il y a des choses qui sont plus réparables à cette heure, là. Mais j'essaie toujours. Tous les 10 points.
How do you activate the super...
Le calcul mental. Tu sais, des petites affaires comme ça, qu'aujourd'hui, le monde ne sont plus capables de faire.
Conscious mind. Here is the most powerful of all. We call this the master method of activation. It is called solitude. You activate the superconscious mind with solitude. How do you use solitude? We call this go.
Ça revient au point numéro 1 du vidéo d'avant. Le monde ne sont plus capables d'être seul avec eux autres mêmes sans scroller. La méditation, le silence.
Into the silence. Go and sit down quietly by yourself for 30 to 60 minutes. 30 to 60 minutes. Most people in our society have never sat quietly for 30 to 60 minutes in their entire lives. Yet I will tell you this method works 100% of the time. That any problem that you have, any difficulty, any challenge, any goal that you want to accomplish, if you'll go into the silence and sit quietly and then listen to the still small voice within, this is the key. You will find that at a certain point, probably at about 25 to 30 minutes, your mind will go completely clear. And then a flow of ideas will start to flow into your mind. You'll feel energy welling up inside you. And at a precise moment, as you sit there in complete silence, no cigarettes, no coffee, no music, nothing, just complete silence, at a particular moment, your mind will go clear and wham, exactly the answer you need will come at exactly the right time. And if you will get up and go and carry out that answer, it will turn out to be exactly perfect.
100%. Juste vous dire avant de partir de prochaine vidéo, guys, que j'aime vraiment ça, faire ça. Hein. La plupart des vidéos qu'on écoute, en ce moment, je les ai pas vues là, au complet. C'est que je trouve des vidéos sur Twitter, je trouve des vidéos. Des fois, ça peut être sur YouTube. TikTok, j'y vais plus. Puis, quand je vois que c'est intéressant, je le sauvegarde sur ma page, mais je ne l'écoute pas au complet pour pouvoir l'écouter un peu en même temps que vous. Il y en a des fois que j'ai vu au complet, mais pas toutes. Ouais, puis j'aime ça, faire ça. Fait que dans le fond, j'écoute des vidéos. En même temps que vous autres, on apprend des affaires. Puis même si c'est beaucoup de travail, comme je disais tantôt, ça peut me prendre 3 à 4 heures faire une vidéo comme ça. Mais c'est pas grave, c'est vraiment le fun. Fait que merci à tous ceux qui sont là. La prochaine vidéo, un petit peu plus long, mais très intéressant. Il explique comment qu'eux autres, ils contrôlent la simulation, mais avec nos pensées à nous. Ils nous projettent des affaires d'un film, dans la musique, puis ils savent que la conscience collective, si on voit toute la même chose, c'est exactement ce qui va se créer dans la réalité simulation. Fait que je vais vous partir ça en plein écran, vu que la vidéo est un petit peu plus longue, puis il m'en reste 3 autres après ça. Très, très, très intéressant. Puis restez jusqu'à la fin aussi pour celui du Wi-Fi, puis des compteurs intelligents. Vraiment très important à savoir. Fait que cela, je vais vous le mettre plein écran.
The elites at the top of the pyramid have known this information for millennia. Using the power of collective consciousness, they program this reality as they please to carry out their plans and agendas. They program reality, and we execute it. That is their power, the power that lies in knowledge. This is why this information is so valuable and has been deliberately hidden from the general public for centuries. They have power over us to the extent that we ignore the illusory and programmable nature of this reality. And we have power when we acquire the knowledge that this is not the ultimate reality, and that essentially we are eternal beings and the co-creators of this reality. They use both your individual creative ability and that of the collective to materialize their agendas, which explains the overwhelming presence of propaganda. Politicians and media constantly recite lies, aware of the power of repetition. They know that by repeating something enough times, a seed will be planted in the subconscious of unsuspecting minds. Each of these minds acts as processing power, creating a kind of collective CPU, thus rewriting reality. Through the educational system, the foundations are established, and the limits of our minds are defined, which continue to be perpetuated over the years through the media, government entities, and other power structures. We are under constant programming, intended to keep us under their control and domination. But here's the good news. There's nothing to fear. When you awaken from the illusory dream of this reality and acquire the knowledge and wisdom of your true nature, the rules of the game automatically change. You are the operating power in your own reality, and both individually and collectively, we can do anything by becoming aware of our power. This is a simulation of the mind, a dream in the mind of the whole, as suggested by the Hermetic teachings in the Kybalion. When you're dreaming, your character in the dream, the dreamer, is the same as your real self, the dreamer lying in bed, but unaware of their own nature. Likewise, you, in this illusory reality, are the dreamer, the all or God, who is dreaming you. We just need to become aware of our true nature. Just as in a lucid dream, where we can alter the course of the dream by becoming aware that we are dreaming, we can do the same with our reality. All of us can use the divine power of our consciousness to manifest whatever we want in our lives. That's why the powerful insist on keeping this information away from you. Through the use of their means, such as propaganda, wars, deliberate economic collapses, and other conflicts, they cause instability in the world and in your mind, so that you never leave survival mode and stay in a state of low vibration and ignorance. Therefore, knowing this information can be crucial to free our minds from all the dogmas, manipulations, and predictive programming to which we have been exposed. When you stop giving your power and energy to the illusion they have created to keep you enslaved, you free yourself. You regain your power, and the divine energy of the source becomes available to you again. By reconnecting with the flow of the source of infinite potentiality, you are ready to direct your creative energy more consciously and actively build your life. Apply the law of assumption and creative visualization to program your reality and become selective with the information you let into your mind. Remember, they have power over you as long as you believe in them. Become aware that this reality is nothing more than a projection of the mind of the whole, of your own mind. The essence of spiritual awakening is the realization that we are not limited by the limitations of any reality.
Je pense que c'est la vidéo le plus important que je vous ai montré aujourd'hui. On manifeste la réalité avec nos pensées. Fait que quand la plupart des personnes sur la planète visualisent la même chose parce qu'on nous l'envoie par subconscient, mais c'est exactement ce qui arrive.
Corruption is easy. Just use an earthquake. What? Yeah, let's say you're a politician who stole a of tax money. To hide this, we'll need to funnel it. How do we do that? It's simple. Just start a charity as a cover-up. Won't people suspect anything? They won't, because the best time to steal money is during a crisis. If a hurricane, earthquake, or war breaks out, that's your golden opportunity. You'll set up a charity and announce that you're raising money for disaster victims. What do I do then? Now, the government and the public will start donating to your charity. Once you have that money, it's time to spend it. So we'll actually help people? No. Who wants to do that? We'll fake it instead. What? How does that work? Okay, look, let's say you report that you delivered 100,000 meals to disaster victims. In reality, you only delivered 10,000. The other 90,000 meals exist only on paper, but the money for them goes straight into your account. Won't people notice the missing supplies? Not if we inflate the prices of everything. What do you mean? Instead of stealing money directly, we hire fake suppliers to charge 10 times normal prices. A tent that should cost $100 is shown as $5,000. A bottle of water is purchased for $50 each. A $500 generator is reported as a $20,000 emergency energy.
Philanthropes, ceux qui aident tout le monde avec leur charité. Check-moi ça, les philanthropes, ça vous l'explique très très bien.
System. All that extra money goes straight to you. Won't the public ask where the money went? That's why we'll do a little bit of charity. We'll hand out food and supplies to a few people, enough for a good PR stunt. We'll invite news crews, take pictures of suffering children, and tell them we're saving lives. But we stole most of that money. Exactly. But now, we look like heroes. What happens when people start investigating? By then, the money is already gone. We move it through offshore accounts and fake shell companies. What if we get caught? We blame it on accounting mistakes or say we were tricked by bad suppliers. Worst case, we shut down the charity and just start a new one. It's that easy. Just like that, we laundered millions through a fake charity.
Wow! Je l'avais pas vu au complet, celle-là. Wow! Hein? C'est comme ça que ça marche, les philanthropes. Let's go. OK. Celui-là aussi, je vais vous le mettre en plein écran, là. Vidéo sur le Wi-Fi. Écoutez ça, pour de vrai, écoutez ça jusqu'à la fin. Celui-là, je l'ai écouté jusqu'à la fin parce que ça m'a vraiment piqué ma curiosité. Puis il explique, ce gars-là, qu'à cause du Wi-Fi, là, tous les enfants vont être complètement dysfonctionnels. Ça prend 2 générations.
What do you think about wireless technologies used in schools and kindergartens and children using cell phones?
It is incredibly dangerous, incredibly stupid, and I think the people who authorize it should be locked away for the rest of their lives because they shouldn't be walking around the planet. And the reason is, if you are a young girl or a young teacher, the microwaves are affecting the eggs or the immature eggs, the follicles, in your ovaries, 400,000 of them. The radiation is 10 times more dangerous to this DNA than any other DNA in the body. And nobody knows why, it just is. So your eggs are already irradiated and could produce a genetically damaged child if you have one. The biggest danger comes when you become pregnant, because your fetus has your damage if it is damaged by it. But in the fetus, for the first 100 days, it is forming, if it's a girl, its own immature eggs, because they're born with all of them, unlike boys who make sperms. They're born with all of their eggs. So what you are now doing is you are having a fetus inside you, and the eggs as they are forming have no protection, absolutely no cellular protection. They haven't developed it. So you are now irradiating what would be your grandchild. And because the baby in your fetus would be your child, and the eggs inside the fetus will be when this child grows up and has her child. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So it is your grandchild, and this is where the biggest danger is. It is in the grandchildren, which won't be born for another 30 to 40 years. That is where the big problem, and this has already been shown with animals who reproduce every few years. We already know this is going to happen. So the people putting Wi-Fi in schools today, I think they should be sent to jail, I really do, because they are going to cause this, and we don't know how many people it's going to affect, but we do know it's going to affect quite a few. they are going to affect the children to be born in 30 years' time, 30, 40 years' time. There has also been an experiment that shows microwaves affect it's called the P300s complex of the brain. In other words, and there are a couple of papers on this, a child will have delayed thinking. So if a child is sitting an exam, they won't be able to think of the answer straight away. It's delayed. And they'll almost, a little bit like dyslexia, they won't be able to think of an answer straight away, or if there's an emergency in their life, there's just a slight delay. And it could affect their examinations, it could affect the whole of their lives. And this has also been shown.
What would your message be to parents and to schools and to kindergartens concerning wireless technologies?
Get rid of them. Get rid of them straight away. There is a solution. A solution is just to use a piece of wire about that long and use a fiber optic cable or a telephone line. And the problem is solved.
Puis là, il n'y a pas juste du Wi-Fi, hein? Il n'y a pas juste du Wi-Fi. Dans les écoles, sont rendus même avec des antennes 5G à côté. Celui-là, c'est une vidéo à propos des compteurs intelligents. Écoutez bien ça, c'est fou. Puis les compteurs intelligents aussi, ça draine ton énergie bien raide. C'est tout pire. Je pense que c'est pire que le Wi-Fi. Moi, quand je vais à côté de ça me draine en une seconde. Je vais le mettre plein écran, celui-là aussi. Là.
World of smart meters. That means your electric meter will do so much more than just show how much electricity you use. The new smart meters are watching you. They sense all kinds of goings-on. They see when you turn something on or off. They see how many watts your electric toothbrush pulls. They send the record of that little event over wireless networks, bouncing through your neighbor's smart meters, all the way to the power company, where they keep record of all your electric consumption volumes and patterns every minute of every day, and store that data forever on computers that you'll never get to see. That data shows when you are at home, shows when you're sleeping, shows when you're on vacation, when you have visitors, when you use a lamp, a power tool, some extra computers, and if you look like you're running a business out of your home. It even senses when you bootleg energy off the grid. Your smart meter data shows a vivid profile of your personal living patterns and whether or not you were at home on the night of the murder. This is not electrical metering. This is personal surveillance. This is a search without a warrant every day. This is your personal private life going straight out through your electric meter to the power company, to the government, to the police, to the insurance company, to anyone who cuts a deal with your power company to look at your life under a microscope. Sorry, it's actually worse than that. People who don't cut a deal can get your information too by simply intercepting the wireless signal spewing from the side of your house. Yes, smart meters are radio transmitters. Here's how you tell. This one is a 1-watt radio station licensed by the FCC. On this all-news radio station, every detail of your electrical life is shooting off to some institutional data center somewhere. Already, the police in Ohio, Texas, British Columbia, and places I don't know about are regularly using smart meter data to pinpoint marijuana grow houses, enforce business licenses, and punish people for doing things in the privacy of their own homes that you were not supposed to do, but they wouldn't even know you were doing if they weren't spying on you. Your power company apparently gets to sell your personal life story to whomever it wants. Any unusual power consumption pattern is considered probable cause to raid you for growing marijuana or running a computer server without a business license. This is about as big brother as it gets. Those friendly men with their truckload of smart meters are going door to door with something a little different than a Christmas carol. My personal opinion is that you and I need to demand that these things be taken off our homes. It is not possible for your power company to claim they have the right to install a surveillance device on your house. Smart meters are no different from wiretapping devices. And in case you didn't know, wiretapping is illegal in all 50 of the states and the federal territories. If you let your power company put a smart meter on your house, you may as well walk around all day with a Facebook helmet webcam pointed at yourself. They have convinced themselves installing smart meters is lawful by some reaching to the moon jive called implied consent. If you say they can change your meter, they pretend you consent even when you don't know really what they're doing. Here's a tip. Tell them they can't change your meter. They had no...
Juste comme ça, moi, je les ai jamais autorisés à changer mon meter ici. Puis, qu'est-ce qu'ils ont fait? C'est qu'ils sont venus à plusieurs reprises essayer de venir l'installer en douce. À toutes les fois que j'étais là, j'ai dit au gars, t'as pas d'affaires sur ma propriété, tu rentres pas ici, t'as pas l'autorisation. Ils sont partis. Puis, il y a une fois qu'ils ont réussi pendant que j'étais pas là. Puis, le pire, c'est qu'il y avait un de mes amis ici. Puis, il savait pas qu'est-ce qui se passait, c'était pas chez eux, fait qu'il a pas rien fait. Puis après, il me dit « Hey, il y a un gars d'Hydro qui est venu puis il a changé ton meter. » Je dis « Tabarnak, t'aurais dû l'empêcher. » Mais il savait pas. C'est ça qu'ils font, hein? Ils font en douce. J'ai jamais donné l'accord pour ça, moi.
No trouble billing you with the old meter. If you send them a notice by certified mail that they may not install a smart meter or any other surveillance device on your house, their implied consent goes out the window. I would do that if I were you.
Fait que c'est ça, les compteurs intelligents, sûrement que vous en avez tout un chez vous au Québec. Puis moi, j'ai jamais donné mon consentement, puis je l'ai eu quand même. Mais comme que lui a expliqué à la fin, tu peux leur envoyer une lettre, leur dire que tu leur donnes pas le consentement, puis ils sont supposés venir t'en réinstaller un vieux. Je suis pas sûr, tu sais, je l'ai pas essayé, là, je suis pas sûr. Fait que, guys, si vous êtes restés jusqu'à la fin, encore un gros vidéo aujourd'hui, il était plus long que je pensais. Fait que, ayez pas peur de partager ça. Je sais pas qui fait ça au Québec, des vidéos comme que je fais, de compilation, puis de réaction. Puis là, ils sont tout le temps de plus en plus longs, les vidéos que je fais. C'est quand même beaucoup de temps à trouver ces vidéos-là. Le premier que j'ai fait, Réveille-toi tabarnak, épisode 1, il durait 7 minutes. Puis plus que j'en fais, puis plus qu'ils sont longs. Même si je sais que le monde, ils ont de moins en moins de concentration. Fait que, ayez pas peur de partager ça, guys. Merci d'être là jusqu'à la fin, ceux qui sont restés. Puis je vous dis à la prochaine. C'était épisode 5.
I can't tell you about the Matrix. All I can do is give you the red pill, and you got to see for yourself.